Hey, howdy, it's David Cavanagh, as you can well and truly see, coming to you live from Pattaya Beach in Thailand in my home office, sitting here not shaven tonight, and I've just done the hair a tiny bit to look all beautiful. And I'm talking to you about the speaker media kits. Now, you can see on the screen in front of you right now, I'm looking at my media kit at the moment. David Cavanagh, professional keynote speaker, home speaking, topics, clients, etc., etc. Now, this is a demo template that I'm doing up. This is one I haven't shown you, or didn't show you, should I say, in Dubai. And it's a new one. So I'm doing this one, David Cavanagh, and on the mobile it looks brilliant. Now, I've got speaking as my second tab with topics, clients and testimonials. One thing I'll say to you, don't have too many tabs. You only have about 4 or 5 tabs, because otherwise people just don't know where to click, they don't know where to go, and they get confused and they go off your site. So then I've got a blog. Now, of course, you can have a blog if you want interaction. And a blog is just basically like Facebook comments, etc., that kind of thing on your site. But you have to monitor that just in case you get any opposition or any smarty pants going on there and writing rubbish about you. I've got a contact form here. Now, as I said, this is only just a mock-up of what I'm doing on my new stuff. But anyway, what I've done here, just to show you, I've put in one of the photos that Ken took in the Google office in Dubai. Then I've put keynote speaker. Now, you can change these words, but then, of course, just to show you so you can relate to what I'm doing, I said David Cavanagh's been featured on such and such, etc. And I related that to where we were all together as a group in Dubai. And this button, and on the screen, of course, you can't click on it, but on a mobile phone, which a lot of people use now, mobiles, etc., they can call me by clicking on the button. Now, I suggest to you in that instance, if they can call you, sure. But here's what I find. Be a bit more evasive where people can't call you. They call you, excuse me, but it goes to a Skype number, which I can help you set up, etc. And then you can monitor your calls, and you haven't got people ringing you all day just for the sake of finding out your prices, etc. So, okay, that's the top part. I keep it clean. I keep it above the fold, which means above scrolling down, of course. Now, let's get on to the next section. If I scroll down here, I've got about David. David's toured the world since 2004, blah, blah, blah. And I took Ernesto's advice and I put giving keynote speeches, presentations and workshops on how to get number 1 on YouTube, 7 simple steps to getting page 1 of Google, getting started on the internet for business owners, how to get more leads, more conversions and more sales, book David Cavanagh, etc. So that was just a little about David, because as Dave Crane said to us, and Christian said to us, sometimes the About Us page, they don't really go there. If you're looking at a promoter, if you're looking at someone from a newspaper, looking at someone from a TV and that, 99% of the time they already know something about you. They just want the blurb. They want the facts. They don't want you to blah, 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 and all this stuff. And at the end of the day, they've got all this stuff, but they've got stuff all. What they really want is the facts. Good speaker. They can solve a problem, they can entertain the audience, bang, here's where you book them, here's the price, etc. So now on the right hand side, as you can see just over here, I've got the topics I can talk about. Now these ones I can talk about these things all day, but I just wrote some in here just to show you. And I even stole the name David Cavanagh Global off the Dave Crane Global. So Dave Crane, thanks buddy. Okay, so the next thing, David's vision. My aim and outcome is to help business owners, etc. I can also write about David's aim is also to help TV producers, newspaper articles, and that, get maximum readership coverage, entertain, get people to come backwards and forwards, all that stuff. And just to show you we can fit things in, I've put a YouTube video of me in the corner. Now, I've also linked it down the bottom, as you can see just here, to Facebook, LinkedIn, and also to Instagram. You can put up to 6 things. But again, one thing I'd say to you, you don't want to take them off your site. You want to keep them on your site in order to actually get them to fill in the details there and then. Which means, if they go up the top here, you can see the contact us form, or the contact David, or the contact the office form, or whatever. If I click on that one there now, I'll show you what happens. It'll change, and I'm pretty proud of myself here. I've actually got this where the office address. Now, the office address isn't my home, isn't my office. I've deliberately done it so it goes to a post office box, which I'm allowed to call a suite. and then I don't get people knocking on my door coming to see me, which I had when I was in Australia. I've got name, email, phone, and message. Sometimes people don't want to fill in a lot of things. We can play around with that, and the only one that's real here that they have to fill in, mandatory, is the email. And then I've put on the bottom, send to David. So on their phone, tap to send to David now. And then behind there, you can actually see where David Cavanagh actually lives. But the bottom line is that's actually not where I live. That's actually my post office box, as I said. So you can see that's the kind of thing I can show you. Now, there's the other ones I showed you when I was in Dubai. This one here is the mobile business card speaker kit. Okay, so if I pull that in a little bit, and I'll just shut up my windows just here for a second. I was just looking at a whole stack of emails, and I'll just shut a few things down here for 1 second. Just get rid of this one, get rid of the Excel spreadsheet. That one's all right. Get rid of all this stuff here. Just be 1 second. Okay, that'll do for the moment. Okay, so excuse my desktop, but if you pull that in, have a look at this here. If I pull that in, you can see straight away, you can see exactly on the screen what I've got here. So I can have your headshot. This is the one that I say you definitely need for your mobile device, because a lot of people are promoters, producers, directors, people in newspapers, etc. They're on a mobile phone, they're on an iPad, a Samsung, a Huawei, whatever you want to have, a Sony. They want your headshot. Now, what do you have to supply me with? Well, you need to give me your headshot. So use one of Ken's or one of Andrea's or a really good high-res shot. I can minimize, I can make it look just as good, but I can minimize it so it loads fast. But of course, on the site, we can have a link where people can actually download the high-res image. At the background, as you can see, I just put anything in the background just to make it look nice. The background, you can have anything. Now, of course, we can have here anything, you know, Trina Rice, David Cavanagh, Clara Pascal. We can have something like James Dentley, Clara. We can have Ernesto Verdugo, yeah, Mitch Bin, Ernesto Bin Verdugo, whatever. Then we can have your little slogan and tagline. We can have Patty is the best conscious healer in the world, and Brian does this, whatever. Okay, now underneath, you can see here what I've done here. I've got 3 buttons. Now, just remember, on your actual computer, you use a mouse, but on the mobile phone, you use the tap. Okay, you don't click, you tap. So I'll just make this a bit bigger for a second, just to show you. Just imagine they were on the desktop. This one isn't really designed for a desktop, but if they arrive there, they can still see everything anyway. But what I do with this one, I make it when people go on a mobile phone, they see this version, okay? And if they go on a desktop, they see a different version, which I'll get into later. So the first button, and if you look when I'm showing you here in the bottom right-hand corner just here, if I hover over call, you'll see my phone number. Now that one's actually my direct phone number. If you do email, you'll see it goes to Ernesto at ernestoverdugo.com. Office, I've just put in Houston, Texas, where Ernesto lives. Well, I thought he lived, one or the other. Anyway, I would have 3 buttons, all the same color, but I just wanted to try to show you there's a blue one, there's a orangey gold one, there's a green one. Which one works better? I've had 2 that work better out of reds and yellows and greens and blues and oranges and blacks. That is the first one that works the best is the blue. And the third one, the green, because green is a go color, and red was the last one by far, equaling black. So I would honestly use the blue, or I'd use the green. Anyway, underneath that, any of these tabs underneath, you can customize. I just threw some in here to show you, okay? I sat down with Nisrat and I talked to Mitch and I talked to Ernesto. And if you don't know who Nisrat is, that's my beautiful wife and my business partner here in Thailand. About Ernesto, so if we look at that, of course it looks bigger on a desktop, but if we pull it in again, you see on a mobile phone or a cellular phone, whatever you'd like to call it, you can see here that it looks pretty schmick. I put a little bit about what he does. Now I grabbed this, pardon me, from Ernesto's website, or one of his websites, and I've put a little bit. Now, should you have that much? Probably not. But the thing, because on a mobile or a cellular device, people just want to click, or they just want to tap, find information, bang, pick up the phone, ring you. But I've just put in stuff here just to show you. Now, the second instance here, if they want to add this mobile web app to their phone, all they have to do is go like this. They scan it with Neo Reader, N-E-O. They download Neo Reader to any application, to any phone, whether that be an Android or whether that be an iPhone. They download Neo Reader. And the reason I suggest people download Neo Reader is because it works on both platforms, okay? So they scan that and it goes straight to Ernesto's mobile business card, and which in this case, we've turned it into a media speaking kit for yourself. Okay, pardon me. And I've put a link there as well. Now, the next thing I want to show you is Ernesto's photo gallery. Now, these are really old ones. I just found them on an old site of Ernesto, okay? And when you click them, they can open up, so it's got a lighthouse effect. And imagine this on a mobile phone or cellular phone, and we can put a little tagline at the bottom, and you can click through, okay? So, okay, the next thing we can have for you, and I would say supply me with the good photos that you've been supplied in Dubai, or ones you've had in America, Australia, England, wherever you've spoken on stage. Use the 4 or 5 photos. I don't put too many photos, because the more you put, they just go on and on and on and on. I mean, it's like a big newsreel. Bottom line is pick 5 or 6 shots, 4 or 5 shots, whatever, that are good. One that might be on stage, one shaking hands with a promoter, producer, one with your family, and one, for example, at your desk or something. Something that shows all, you know, the casual, the professional, the office, whatever, okay? All right, the next thing you can supply me with is videos. Now, when I say videos, they could be you at the Dubai Internet City. They could be some B-roll that you've used in, that you've got produced for you in Burj Al Arab. It can be stuff from when we were at the World Trade Center in Dubai, wherever. And you can have a voiceover over the top. I can help you with that. You know, we've got so many people can do that stuff. We can put music behind it. We can do whatever you want. I just picked some ones from the first Speak in Dubai event that Ernesto and Mitch did. And I picked some from YouTube. And if you notice, if I pull it out, it still works and it's responsive and mobile friendly to every device. So that's why this one is really quick and simple, okay? And I can put as many videos as you want. But the bottom line is I would put as much as needed, okay? So the next thing, book Ernesto to speak. What I've done there, I've put in a form so we can actually have people fill in the form and it goes straight to your Gmail, straight to your Yahoo, straight to your whatever, straight to your normal email box, okay? And here's one thing I'll say to you here. You can ask them all this information, but the bottom line is, just remember, Ernesto has toured the world many, many times. He's about the 200th, you know, most traveled person in the world. Most people haven't done that, so they know him and they know him backwards. They know he's travelled, so of course he's earned the right to ask all these questions. But when you first start, I'd get him on the phone first and find out about their event, talk to them, and then make a proposal to suit. Even if it's for free and you get paid on the back end, if it's for free and you get paid a split on selling products and services, which again, if you want anything like that, talk to me and I can help you out. So can Ernesto, so can Mitch. Bottom line is we can even have a contact form, whatever you want. All of these tabs, what I've got here, all of these tabs can be relabeled. So book Ernesto to speak and say, speak to, you know, Catherine, speak to Brian, whatever you want, okay? So next thing, I'm going a bit faster because I want to get this out of the way for you. Next thing, corporate contact information. You can change that wording. You can change the little icon to the side. I've just put Ernesto Verdugo websites, social media sites, booking and hiring inquiries. All these are email address. I'll set those up for you as well. You don't have to do anything. It's a done for you service, okay? Now, you might like them going to other websites. You might want them to stick on this and just that's all. Because the more places you send them to, the more they go looking at everything, and then they go, oh my gosh, I'm confused. But I always make sure we open the links up in another window, so even if they tap to close it, we've still got back to your mobile speaker kit, okay, your media kit. So, okay, the next thing, in all your emails, whatever you want set up, I can have 100 emails, but they all direct back to your main email if you'd like me to do that. I'll configure it the way you want. And when they write to you, I can even have an autoresponder automatically replying on your behalf. You know, what I'm doing here, and I'm not blowing smoke, you know, through my nose or anything here, I'm giving you the ultimate thing you need to get started. Because going to Dubai is great. Speaking's great. Getting photos is great. Getting videos is great. A-roll, B-roll, or C-roll. I don't care what roll. But if you're not getting gigs, guess what? There's no cash coming in the door. So you need something like this now. And if you think you don't, well, do it on your own. And I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm saying doing it on your own. And then you'll fall flat on your face and you'll come back to myself, to Mitch, to Ernesto, to whoever, and think, oh my gosh, I should have paid you guys and get you to do it. And the price I charge for these things, I normally $3,000, $4,000, up to $10,000, etc. I'm charging you from $997. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm doing this to help you, and it gets a few funds in my pocket, but it's mainly for you. Okay, next thing, formal and short biographies, professional media summary if you want that in there, intro scripts and speech topics. Some people who want to book you, they want to know, what do you speak about? Give us an intro of your script. Show me what you're talking about. Give me a feel. And you can even do that in video format. You can do it in PDF, Word, whatever you supply me. As long as it's legible, I can get it formatted and I can fit it in so it fits on every device. Interview questions for Ernesto. That is brilliant. And I'm saying that because soon as people book me for an event, David, what's the best kind of questions to ask you when I interview you? I'm thinking, wow, that's good, because I know what I'm good at talking about, and I know what I suck at as well. So the thing is, if I said to you, here are the main 3 questions, like Dave Crane did with you in the World Trade Center. Here are the best 3 questions. Here are the answers. Well, it goes beautifully. But the bottom line is, if they give you a question you're not used to and it stumps you, well, it doesn't look too great at the interview, okay? So next thing, TV, radio, and press reviews. You can do the stuff you've had from Dubai or anywhere else. AV and travel specifications. Just for a joke, I put first class flight because, of course, they don't pay that. I did it for a joke because, as Ernesto said, they're not going to do that. But I put it in there just to rub Ernesto a little bit there. So, Ernesto, that's my joke to you, buddy. Love you. And share with social media. If people want to share your mobile speaker media kit around. Okay, now, having said that, on the bottom, I've got links to Facebook, to Twitter, to LinkedIn, to Google+, to Instagram, whatever. You don't have to have all those things. You can have whatever you want. Now, if they come across that on a desktop, it still looks okay because the fact, well, let's put it this way, because the fact it still looks all right. But it's mainly designed for a cellular mobile phone or a tablet, okay? Now, if you want that and the bigger solution, I built one on WordPress, which is this one here. Now, I can make it that the mobile business card speaker media kit, the one you've just seen, comes up when they're on a mobile device. But if they're on a desktop, laptop, this will come up. Or they can click to go to your mobile, whatever. Now, you can have, I can't remember what I programmed here. I think it's about 5 photos or 4 photos coming across the top. And if I just refresh that one just here, I'll show you here for a second, you'll see you can have a main topic on top or a main headline on top with a sub-headline, and you can have a link that'll go to the inside of your website, okay, because this is actually your website now. But I can make these revolve. I can make them go to different parts of the website. I can make 4 or 5 pictures come up, whatever you want. I think if I go there and I don't touch anything for a minute, you watch this. I won't move my mouse. You'll see that it's come up. It's time for change. It's time to live the abundant. Then it comes unleash the power within. And then I've got another one, real results, lasting change, whatever. So you can change these around. And every single one of those little buttons, when I'm saying buttons, I'm talking about just here, they can tap on their phone or on their cellular device or tablet, and they can go to the pages, or they can click with their mouse and go internally into your website. Now, going down from that, we can have 3 main topics you speak about, or 3 main sections of your website that they go to. Do you need all this? No, you don't. That's the truth, but it looks good. And then I've got another couple of videos and then a contact now, and down the bottom, if you want them, I've put in little, social media icons. I've got designed by Speaking Dubai, so you can put your own branding on the bottom, etc. Up the top, you can see in the top right hand corner here, I've got a tap to call button, or of course they can't do it on the laptop, but if they click it on the laptop, FaceTime will open on the Mac, and on the PC, if you've got Skype, etc., it'll open up Skype, so they can still call you direct from your site. And people say to me, oh, but I've already got a business card. I've got all this kind of stuff. Joel Bauer said to me, I've got one that pops up and said, it's like this kind of thing. Bottom line is, you try to press those. You try to tap the business cards. They're not going to do anything. You try to get these pieces of paper or anything, Tap it, it's not going to do anything. But on all of the ones I'm supplying with you, they can contact you without even knowing your number. They just click, bang, tap, bang. It's straight through to you. So here, you can have an About Us section, a gallery, a blog, anything about your programs. Your speaker media kit, I've got in one tab here. And what I can do for you, and what I can program for you, is anything you want, whether it's an intro letter, a one sheet, which I can show you as well, a video, professional headshots, I can make those link to a page that comes up with all of your professional headshots. I can make the fee schedule come up with a PDF, etc. All of these can be linked, okay? Any education, whatever. Don't give me too much work or I'll be there forever on your site. And the price will be negotiable, of course, if you give me a stack of work, because what's in the actual program and what's in what I'm giving you is one thing, but if you start giving me a whole stack of things to put in, it takes a lot longer. We have to negotiate something fair between us. Okay, so I've looked at this one here and I've showed you that one. Here's the thing I wanted to show you. I'll also get you #1 in YouTube. I'll get you #1 straight away. Now, this is a little thing I just did yesterday and that to show people, but I will get you #1. If you look at Bangkok Life Coach or whatever, you look at this kind of thing here, you'll see straight away that I've got Pat as #1. If you look at Bangkok, for example, sales training, I think it's under sales training, can't remember now, but yeah, I've got #4 here, I think sales coaching. I'm always in the top few for everything I go for. Bangkok sales coaching, yeah, I've got #1 there. Patia real estate, and you name it, I've got. So the bottom line is I will get you #1. How much traffic you're going to get, I don't know. Some things I've had there for a year and you get 12 or 15 views. But then other things I've had there for a week and I get 100,000 views. So it depends on the topic. If we're looking for your specific name, there's no way you're going to get millions of views unless you start getting bigger. But it's still good to be there. So I can help you with a lot of things. There's many things I can help you with, but you do need a speaker media kit. I'll tell you that now. Here's what I'm doing for you. If you go and register your domain name, it costs you $10, $11 just to register a domain name. I'll do all that stuff for you. If you're going to set up hosting, which I give you 100,000 visitors a month, 20 gig of storage, a couple of installs there, costs you $99 a month with reputable web hosting companies like WP Engine, etc. You don't use HostGator, you don't use Bluehost, you don't use EIG kind of hosting because they're crap and they fall over and someone goes to your site and site cannot be found. I've had a 99.9998% uptime on my host. So you're up for $100 normally a month, you know what I mean? Then your domain name, and you're looking for email marketing if you're building a list, which I'm going to throw in for you. So what I'm giving you right now, it's up to you what you want. But here's what let me have a look here. I opened this up the other day. I'll show you where it is. Speaker Media Kit, here it is. So what I'm doing for you, here's what I need you to send me. One quality headshot, your title, your slogan. You can read through these things, okay? So what I'm going to do for you there, if you want the first option I showed you, it is $9.97 US. That's it. And I'll host it, I'll do the domain name, I'll do everything for you. $9.97, that's nothing. I mean, when I did websites years ago, just websites, I charged $2 or $3 grand just for a little website with 4 or 5 pages. And if you want a full-blown website, it's $14.97. Add those together and you're up for $2,500. But if you want the two of them as a package, it's $19.97. Now, go around and check a good quality person that's going to get you #1 in Google, #1 in YouTube, give you hosting that's reputable, work out your emails, configure everything, do a backup, get every single thing locked and loaded, done for you, and is a professional speaker, has been doing it for many, many, many years. That's why I'm getting old and grey and all that kind of stuff. You're not going to find someone to do it for the same price that I'll do it or better. And if they do, I'll beat it. But the bottom line is you won't, because they don't get #1 in YouTube. They don't get #1 in Google. They don't configure things like I do. They don't back it up, and if it ever gets hacked, which mine don't, but if it ever gets hacked, I can put it up within 5 minutes of your phone call. Okay, and if you think I'm joking, think again. That's the service. You can ask anyone like Vina, who trained with me yesterday. You can ask people like Mike Sipsamos. They trained with me, and I mean, my brain knows a lot of stuff. But I know a lot of stuff at what I know. The other stuff I leave out because I don't know anything. But $9.97, $14.97, or if you want the package together where you can have the desktop, laptop, which people will go to, and the mobile, it's $19.97, includes everything, okay? Now, I will give you support every step of the way. I'll give you guidance, I'll give you support, I'll do one-on-one Skype calls with you, and I've even got a booking calendar. You can book a time to speak to myself and Nisrat, and we can go through things step by step by step by step, just to make sure you're extremely happy with what you're doing, all right? So, What I want you to do now is I'm going to take the people who send me money first. I'm sorry. I know times are tough and I know money's hard for people, but there again, it's hard for me. It's hard for everyone else. I'll give you a page to go to. Speaker Media Kits. You can have a look on the screen. .weebly.com. I just chucked this up. It's a little quick page. Speaker Media Kits. .weebly.com. You can see here, I'll just scroll in, just go to that site right now, and I've just made that up as a little quick one. And if you want the business card media kit, click on that button and pay me direct. That goes to my PayPal, which is trainyourmind@hotmail.com, because I used to do mindset, motivation, etc. If you want the Speaker Media Kit website, it's $14.97, or if you want the package, you click on the last option here, $19.97. Now, believe me, that's $2,000, and you've got it for life. Okay, the only ongoing cost to you is domain name each year, which is $10, and you can throw in a bit of hosting. I can work out that with you later. But the bottom line is you're not going to get better value, better service, better support, and a guy who really, truly cares about you. Will I do split payments? Truthfully, I will, but I'd rather not, because I'm helping you here. I've dropped my prices to over half what I normally charge. If you need split payments, I will help you. Definitely talk to me. Email me at david@davidcavanagh.com without a U, david@davidcavanagh.com, and I will help you. But I will be doing the people who pay me for the first option, second option, and third option in full first. You do the same thing if you're me. So, what's my recommendation? Okay. If you're only just starting off and you want something quick and simple and you want to upgrade later, pick the first option, $9.97. If you want a desktop, laptop solution with everything locked and loaded, pick the second option. If you're smart, intelligent, and you really, truly think I'm going to bite the bullet and do something, and I really, truly want to do speaking as a career, I want to promote myself, and I want to really, truly follow the lead that Ernesto, David, Mitch, David Crane, etc., Christian that have given us, definitely get the third one. If I were you, I'd get the third option. But again, I'm not you. So I need you to click the buttons, pay the money, I will know straight away, and then I'll be in touch immediately. But do it now, because Christmas is coming up, and I want to start working on your business cards, your speaker business card website, or your combined package straight away. So anyway, from me to you, thank you. I appreciate you. It was great spending time with you in Dubai. We all had a fun time, even with the shishas and all that kind of stuff. And I had a great time, and I look forward to seeing you soon. But do yourself a favor. If you're not going to do this, that's totally cool. But you'll want to do it later. And I don't know if I'm going to be doing these later, frankly, because I put it together to help Mitch and Ernesto for the group. Okay, so anyway, look after yourselves. Let me know what you want. I'd pick the third option. If you need, I won't do split payments on the first one. I'll tell you that now. There's no way. For $9.97, if you haven't got that, I'm really sorry, but I'm not the bank manager. Second option and third option, I'll do split payments, okay? So if you want split payments on the second one or third one, I'll help you out. All right, look after yourself. Click the button. It'll go straight to PayPal. Pay it. It's secure with PayPal. I'll get the info, and I will immediately ring you up and talk to you, okay? God bless. Have a great Christmas. Look after yourself and your family. And just remember, if anything happens over Christmas, you have a few drinks and that, well, only in Dubai. I'll talk to you soon. Make your booking now. Press the buy now button. I'll help you out. See ya.